All right, hello and welcome to a Steins Gate episode 15 episodic review. Wow, last time, the cliffhanger. Holy moly, talk about the mother of all cliffhangers. Wow. So, I'll just say the recap anyway because it's the same thing. We get a recap of Suzuha revealing that she is a time traveler from the year 2036 who had the alias of John Titor. She is John Titor. So the crashed satellite, deductively, is probably the time machine. Suzuha tells her story about what it's like in 2036. CERN has control of the world. There is no democracy. There is no hope. Treason to them, opposition to them equals death. Not good. Suzuha was a member of the resistance and realized CERN could not be defeated. Her sole purpose, her sole hope, was the time machine that her father had left her in her possession, and she chose to time travel back in time to prevent that future from occurring. Okabe realizes Makise's Okabe realizes Makise's alias, which is thrown out there. Makise and Suzuha, however, knew of Okabe's being Okabe's the whole time. Oh, in Kyoma. Alright, so Suzuha, giving her spiel, a whole story about the future, Suzuha reveals, once CERN has a time machine in their grip, their power unravels upon the whole world. It's all in their hands. The mother of time travel is Makise, who helped CERN to build a time machine. Whoa. What? Man, this is good. This is good stuff. If this was whatever in like book format, I could read this all day and be heavily interested. My goodness, if they could just keep it going nonstop, just endless. Imagine like an endless perpetual Steins Gate. That would just be bonkers. Too bad something like that wouldn't necessarily be great or something like that. But man, this is just gold. It's just gold. Absolute gold. Meat and potatoes everywhere. So Makise is the one who helped CERN build a time machine. She's the mother of time travel in the future. This explains why Suzuha was acting the way she was towards Makise. Complete disdain and dislike towards Makise and all that. Okabe in the future is a known terrorist against CERN. Obviously, if he opposes CERN, they're going to label him a terrorist if they have control over him. Suzuha reveals by Suzuha reveals that by 2036, both Okabe and Makise have died. Whoa. So, bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Is any of this getting anyone hyped up for Steins Gate 0? I think it is for me. But man, they say it's going to be darker. Wow. I don't know if I could deal with that. It's plenty dark as is. Jeez. But I am interested to see, point A to point B type of a deal. Anyhow, both of them are goners in 2036. They're gone. How would you like to know when when you'd be gone. Jeez. Ay, ay, ay. Suzuha aims to go back to 1975. Her current mission, go back to 1975 to retrieve the IBN 5100 from the Akihabara Shrine, which CERN acquires whatever, this and that. I got the botched wording here. Which CERN acquiring all the Future Gadget Lab type stuff leads to their research and completion of a time machine. So Future Gadget Lab actually helps accidentally with the IBM 5100 and the time leap device and all that. They, as slaves or whatever, this and that, they help complete CERN's time machine research on accident. So that's what it leads to anyhow. CERN sets up a network detecting any progress in time travel, and thus they can deal with it and extinguish it and maintain their monopoly, full control of the whole world. And she reveals that Okabe's first D-mail likely set off that radar. So if they can remove themselves from CERN's database, they'll be under the radar once again. They'll be okay. And can change the future to where time travel research never pans out. It never comes about. Thus, all the CERN garbage, dystopia instead of utopia, never happens. And Mayuri would also be okay, I guess. Suzuha needs the IBN 5100, one of them. Her original mission was to go back to 1975, obtaining it, and deliver. Original mission. Go back 1975, obtain it, and deliver it to Okabe. But, however, she got caught up in the search for her father, who remains a mystery, and she should have left earlier in time. She realizes that the time machine, because she stayed longer than she ought to have, is broken for whatever reason. It had broken down, entropy, or something else. And security guards of the building arrive due to their whatever suspicious activity going on. They found the ropes leading up higher, so they check things out. They chase off Okabe. Okabe deliberately becomes the mouse. Makise and Suzuha escape. Suzuha manages to trust Makise. And all that stuff with Makise, that sounds very interesting. Very interesting considering Steins Gate 0. Kind of makes you want to ponder, but it's too early for that. Okabe evades the guards. They all flee and escape, and now they can't really go back there for a while, or potentially ever, if they're going to keep it better guarded now. Makise wonders how the time machine is broken. Suzuha set the coordinates flawed, which explains why it's stuck into the side of the building. It was not broke when she arrived. So, at least that's good news. Somewhere along the line, in the course of time, it breaks. And the speculation is the storm, when Okabe stopped Suzuha that night from leaving, they suspect that did the trick. The lightning or the water or who knows what. So it was essentially because he stopped her from leaving that they're now in their current predicament. Good grief. This show is just crazy to keep track of. Okabe ponders to use the time leap device. Makise reminds him of the 48-hour limitation. The storm was further than 2 days prior. Daru and Mayuri arrive. Okabe yells at Mayuri for not leaving town and promises a party eventually. Mayuri makes him promise Okabe his safety before she worries about him. And then the bomb threat occurs once again. So everything, despite all the bonkers revelation, is still heading towards the same conclusion. So they need to fix the time machine device to fix everything. So Suzuha prioritizes the functionality of the time machine, fixing that up somehow. Makise plans for Okabe to time leap back 5 hours ago to when the machine was made. The time leap machine was made. And then after that, a 48-hour max to 2010-8-11, and he vows to relive those 2 days until the time machine works. So that Mayuri does not have the same fate. Okabe leaps back to 2010-8-11 at 14:21. Okabe handles everything, brings everyone back to the time machine. Everybody kind of gets refilled in and wills that Daru fix it. Daru has to pull off a Bob the Builder moment. Can we fix it? Yes, we can. Suzuha says her father made the time machine, so she doesn't know all the technical details. Okabe promises a date with Ferris for Daru if he manages to fix the time machine. Not a bad deal. Nya. Emphasizes he has 48-hour time limit to achieve such a feat. Okabe has Makise finish the time leap machine just in case things go south so that they can keep trying to fix things. So, total teamwork here. Everyone, all across the board. And some people did point out that at this point in the show, I forget who, but someone did point out a good observation that Ferris kind of becomes outside the circle here. But anyhow, Mayuri wills for Suzuha to find her father. She finds that very important that happens. She cares for Suzuha to find her father. Suzuha reveals the one clue from her mother. The pin her father used to wear. Mayuri takes a photo of it, and Mayuri goes off to search the town for him. Daru finds the time machine technicals remind him of the phone microwave, and Daru wonders of Suzuha's father. Suzuha supposedly has never met her father, but he researched into CERN and did his own time travel work trying to replicate what they had done. And Daru seems to connect well with Suzuha. Suzuha cries over not finding her father, so it is very, very important to her. Suzuha delivers the divergence meter to Okabe again, informs him he built it, as if you don't know, and there's talk of his reading Steiner ability and the need to get past the 1% divergence to change the world enough. Never did she meet the future Okabe, but he was a leader of the resistance. He was one of the leaders. Daru continues to work on the time machine. All this information, backdrop, well, not necessarily backstory, forward story, actually. I don't know if there's ever been forward story, but I guess it would be a good term for it. Kind of a future backstory type of a deal. We invented a new term. Forward story. Interesting. Daru continues work on the time machine. Susan emphasizes Suzuha emphasizes that Okabe's future death to save the world from tyranny, is worthwhile despite his prior doubts and concerns about it. Who wouldn't have concerns? Okabe checks in with everyone on the pin to try and identify Suzuha's father, checks the street vendor, and gives his number to the guy. The pin of Suzuha's father reads OSHM, whatever key that is. And then it gives us 3 that are kind of blank, and then an A, and then a 2010. Interesting. Very weird thing, but man, oh man, I tell you, they don't do anything in this show for nothing. Suzuha gives up on finding her father, though, and Okabe wills to help her as a lab member and friend, and he shouts at her a bit. So they kind of have a little disagreement, I guess. But Okabe really cares. Okabe really cares. I don't think he's ever once used the time travel selfishly. I think most would. And I don't think Daru used it selfishly either. It's interesting when you kind of try and make different observations across the whole show or whatever. Anyhow, Mayuri is trying to find Susan's father, and she lies to people of a kidnapper having possession of the pin, so they need to help try and find him. But Okabe has the pin, so the police pursue him. Great job, Mayuri. And they all kind of flee from the authorities. Mayuri. Another blonde moment. Oh man, Mayuri, you dummy. What are you doing? Makise, and then Makise arrives to them later on, all legitimately concerned and all that, and presents to them that she overheard people talking about the pin and a kidnapping, aka she tells others that Suzuha, your father, I'm sorry, but he's a kidnapper. And then they all kind of giggle and laugh at her. She's not in the know. And this adds a little bit of charm to Makise's character here. Then we get a Dr. Pepper to Daru, best drink in the world, by the way, according to scientists. If you want to, so long as you don't want to keep your teeth from the acid, and as long as you don't mind this or that, not the best healthy thing, I don't think, but nonetheless, Daru is to finish the repairs by tomorrow, and we get a Daru hentai moment, and Mayuri starts to notice a connection, some sort of connection between Daru and Suzuha. And Mayuri is very so kind to Suzuha in her words. She's always so soft and very caring. And Suzuha talks to Okabe, for she says she may never get this chance again. Those are some significant words. And that she had nothing but time travel. And the time that she's had with them has been so great, so grand, gold to her, and very, very meaningful, very human, much better contrast than where she's from, of course. So it's a whole different world. And then the street vendor calls Okabe up for someone wanted the same pin from him. So it might be a lead. Okabe runs off hoping and assuming he has found, essentially, Suzuha's father. That's where we leave off. That's where it leaves off. Not the greatest cliffhanger, but nonetheless kind of cliffhangery. So it kind of leaves off, we're about to find out who Suzuha's father is. Boy. Such a well-rounded show. Such a good show. Anyhow, we got done kind of early this time going through it. Usually it's another 10 minutes or so. Shush, stomach, now is not the time. No. I know that pumpkin pie is really taunting us and tempting us, but my gosh, you don't have to make sounds like that from the rest of the dang pie. Oh, man. Pumpkin pie is good, by the way. Oh, man. Can win me over big time. Anyhow, that was the episode. Favorite moment. I don't know. Was there any meat and potatoes here? Probably all the. Let's go with all the backstory, or forward story rather, about CERN, 2036, Okabe, all that story, all that information. It's intense. Some awesome stuff. Too much backstory I don't like, but some I'm fine with. It's just when it gets into like 10 tons of backstory, like lore type stuff. Oh, good gosh, no thanks. How on earth are you supposed to remember all that type of deal? But Steins Gate keeps things narrow enough that it's really, really good. Really good. I love Steins Gate. I absolutely love Steins Gate. Couldn't really put much of a higher recommendation on it, and for folks to support it. It is darn good. The if you get the Blu-ray on Amazon, it comes with the comes as DVD, and it's a DVD and Blu-ray combo. I think you can get it elsewhere like that. Right Stuff, or there's a couple other places. So anyhow, that's that. Great stuff. And we'll save it for next time. Who's the father? We're not even watching Jerry Springer. Who's the father? Who's the father? The show might get kind of chaotic. I mean, episode 12 and 13 there, but I don't think it's necessarily comparable to Jerry Springer. Anyhow. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for more the Steins Gate episodic reviews. Very worthy of a review. Episodic review. Not just a review, but episodic review. I don't know if I'll ever get to even uploading these suckers, but nonetheless, I thought these would be less intensive as a break from reacting a little bit. And this and that. So, stomach. Just be quiet, stomach. I came up with a new review system, but I probably will never get around to it, unfortunately. I just do casual. I just like casual. I don't like no fancy methods. I just like casual. But I did come up with a kind of a scoring system. So, it would be neat to review something overall. This would be one of them, even though I already have a casual non-score type review with different categories and stuff. One of the scoring bits in particular really wreaks havoc on the scores. So, of a lot of them that are probably higher than that, but it is what it is. Scoring system, it's hard to find a perfect one, you know. But Steins Gate, bunch of different things, really good shows. I'll have to make a recommendation video or something like that. Obviously, I love Clannad. Assassination Classroom was great. Really darn good. ReZero is great. Mirai Nikki's great. Madoka Magica is great. Erased is great. Lots of different ones. If you like the card game type stuff, obviously the Yu-Gi-Oh series, it's very cringeworthy and horribly low target audience, but nonetheless, the card game aspect of it is still probably the meat and potatoes of the show. So, and then there's Fairy Tail, well-rounded. One Piece, darn good. So beyond creative, my goodness. Hunter x Hunter, you gotta see that. For Hisoka, good gosh, what a freak. I've never seen more of a freak. What else is there? There's plenty more. There's always more. Angel Beats is good stuff. Little Busters was good stuff. I think I have at least at the time, I had the only reaction of it. 3 seasons of it. That was good stuff. It had a great mystery. I think that was one of them that I actually got right. Sometimes you get things wrong. Sometimes you do guess them right. Code Geass, the finale to that, I got that right. That's another great show. Great mecha show. 2 good full seasons. Assassination Classroom also has 2 pretty good full seasons. Anohana's great. Your Lie in April, my goodness. If you like music, go with Your Lie in April. That was really my first music anime. You can't really be disappointed with it. I don't think you can. Even though one of the bits in there, I think there's like 3 episodes back to back where it's just music. And at that point I was like, okay, I want to move on here and get a music break, but it is a music anime, so it is what it is. If you like Moe, Kanero Mosaic, and Engaged Identified is really funny. Good stuff. Do not watch Engaged the Unidentified for the romance genre bit of it. Do not watch it for that, or you'll be disappointed. Just watch it for the moe and the comedy type of thing, or the lolly or whatever. There's so many great anime. I'll just have to make a list and do a video for them. I've gotten more recommendations than I can ever get to, and I have like 100 comments I haven't read, and I can't get to those. Haven't had the time, so it's just bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. But yeah, we just do things real casual. I don't make no stupid video cuts unless I botch something and I need to cut a video because I don't have video editing stuff great. I can only cut them in at some point. If there's a mistake somewhere, I have to cut either ahead of it or behind it or whatever the case. Whatever's everything beyond a point. So that's tricky when I make a botch. Usually it's I accidentally change the visuals more than I'd like, and then I have to cut out the end and any potential thoughts I had on a given episode or something like that. That's the most common type thing. But anyhow, we're just talkative right now, so we got to get to this pumpkin pie. So anyhow, Steins Gate, greatness, absolute greatness. And Ruka is a dude. Well, not right now, she ain't. She's a chick right now. But anyhow, thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for more. Let me know your favorite thoughts on Steins Gate and how hype-worthy Steins Gate is, all that jazz. Show the love for Steins Gate. I think my voice is starting to go after an hour or so of this kind of chatting. It goes, but we're doing these in 3-bit increments, so we'll get to the next one sometime if I need a break. So anyhow, thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for more. My head was really boggled through all this, but as always, take her cool.